What's up, everybody? I have not formally introduced myself. My name is Nadja Restrepo. For all of you wondering how the heck do you pronounce that name, it's definitely unique, but I'm embracing what makes me stand out. Because what other Nadja Restrepo do? Nothing. But today, I wanted to bring to you guys 5 tips on how to boost your confidence. And this is something that I get complimented on fairly often, and it surprises me every time because I don't necessarily see myself as a super confident person. But come to realize there are levels to this thing. We're all growing, we're all evolving, and we're in different stages of our journey, basically. So don't feel bad if you are still struggling with your confidence in certain areas. We all have our insecurities and we're all working on something. So hopefully these tips help you grow in the areas that you're struggling with. So let's get right into it. 5 tips on how to boost your confidence. Number 1, don't define yourself by physical appearances or material gain. This one is probably the most obvious, but it's something that we really have to grasp in this social media age. We're constantly looking at people's highlight reels, looking at their perfect hair days and their expensive clothes and their many friends. It's just, we are constantly filling our eye gates with this false reality, not even the realness of life, just false reality of everything's perfect, everything's good all the time. It's not for anyone. Everyone has their bad days, and we can't allow ourselves to fall into this comparison thing, because that ultimately is going to crush your confidence and make you feel like, oh, I should be at this level already. That's one thing that I struggle with a lot, is feeling as though I'm not where I should be in life. And that's because of looking at social media and seeing other people do things and be at a certain level already, and I'm like, well, what am I doing wrong? Don't think that way at all. You have to crush that thought process. As soon as you start to think about it, just stop it right there, because that's not what defines you. You're defined by, as cliche as this is going to sound, you're defined by what's on the inside of you. God doesn't define us by outward appearances, and that's something that we have to take in consideration, that it's more important what you're doing to better yourself on the inside than what you're doing to have material gain. So it doesn't matter the car you drive, the clothes you're wearing, the amount of friends you have, the amount of money you make. God defines you by who you are, the being on the inside, your spirit, your soul, and that's all that really matters in this life. So once you can define yourself by that very thing, then ultimately you're going to skyrocket in your level of confidence. Number 2, declarations and affirmations. This is one that I thought was so corny, and I just really didn't. It felt unauthentic. But, they really have so much power to change your reality. Anything that you want in life, it has to start in the mind. So if you do not see yourself as capable, then you'll never be capable. And for me, affirmations and declarations are just motivational one-liners that are uplifting. The key to them, though, is that you really have to, even if you have to fake it till you make it, believe what you're saying. So when I say declaration, I will act my behind off like I really believe that thing until you actually believe it. And it really has the power to change your reality. You have to keep saying them, though, so that they really do make a difference and they really do change the way you think about yourself. And there's this really good video that I watched recently on affirmations. I'll put it in the description box below because it will go into further detail on it. But declarations and affirmations are a great way to really uplift you and boost your confidence. I remember once trying them out for real, really giving them a chance and looking in the mirror, saying these declarations and these affirmations to myself, and I could see my face go from dark to light. And it was actually really crazy, but it was such an intimate moment that I had with myself. And from there on, I was like, all right, these joints actually work. Number 3, be yourself. Now this one is obviously, but A lot of the time we feel pressure to be something that we're not in order to please the people we're around. So, for example, there have been plenty of times where I'm more of a chill person. So there have been plenty of times where I'm in a group of people and, the vibe, the mood is kind of hype, fun, everyone's being funny, but I'm still in this chill mood. 95% of the time, I'm just chill. I'm cooling it. That's Naja. But about that other 5% can get hype. Like, I know me. I can get kind of crazy. But when I feel that mood of being chill, I sometimes feel like, ugh, I feel frustrated with myself. But I know that for me to force myself to be something because that's what everyone else is doing is not being true to me. You don't try to be what you think people want. Be yourself, because ultimately that's what you want people to accept you as. You want people to love you when you're being yourself. You don't want to put out this persona, and then once you actually start being yourself, people are like, that's a little different. Don't switch up. Be you all the time. And so whatever that looks like, you have to learn what that looks like by being alone. Take some time, be by yourself, learn yourself, try new things. That's one way that I really got to know myself, is trying new things. Be adventurous, travel. There's so many things you can do to learn yourself. And that, I feel, is going to be like another video for another time too, because I'd have to go way too in depth to explain this. But don't be too hard on yourself. Don't conform. Be yourself all the time so that you can have full confidence in who you are. Don't have confidence in a persona that you're trying to portray. Number 4 is treat yourself. Now, when we hear that phrase, most of us think buy the shoes, buy the purse, buy them cookies. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say treat yourself, I mean treat your body like the temple that it is. And this looks like eating right, drinking half your body weight in ounces of water a day. This looks like exercising. This looks like being kind to yourself in the way that you speak about yourself. Treat yourself. And, a lot of what we struggle with in our mood has to do with the chemical imbalances in our physical body. And sometimes we think, we just have all these issues emotionally and we can't be confident in ourselves because we have all those problems, when really we're not getting the nutrients we need in our bodies. We're not releasing the endorphins that we need to release in order to get rid of stress so that we can be confident. There's so much that goes into being physically healthy so that you can be mentally healthy. It all connects. And yes, exercising also has the benefits of, making you feel more confident with how you look. So there's a plus. I know when I started really working out and drinking right and being dedicated to it, drinking water, being dedicated to it, I started to see such a change in my skin and my stomach. It was, stomach on flat. But I started to see those changes and I started to feel more physically confident in myself. That's not what it's all about, but you still reap those benefits. And so it's really good to treat your body the way it should be treated, because, the way you treat your body is going to treat you right back. So if you treat it good, it's going to treat you good. If you treat your body bad, it's probably going to treat you worse. I'm just keeping it real. So do the things necessary so that you feel confident on a chemical level. Last but definitely not least, number 5. This one, it helps me every single time. Put your confidence in something greater than you. For me, I put my confidence in God. This helps me through everything. Knowing in moments where I don't feel good enough, knowing that God in me is good enough, it just sets everything into perspective. It's such a sobering moment to really know, like, life is not all about me. I'm here for a purpose. He has a plan for my life, and I'm supposed to be the answer to someone's problem. So if I get too focused on myself, too focused on what's going on in my own world and how I can, gain from myself, then I don't become of any use for anyone else, because my life is just all about me. And life is not all about you, honey. I'm sorry. It's not all about you. So Put your confidence in God. Allow Him to affirm you and to build you up, and just find who you are in Him. And then you become so much more confident because you don't have to rely on yourself. You don't have to rely on your own strength. You can start to actually believe that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And that's the most powerful and empowering feeling, because when we try to do everything in our own strength, we are bound to fail. And that is not a confident booster. So when you put yourself in something greater than you, then you aren't, all the responsibility isn't on you to get it right. The responsibility is God's. He's the one that's going to prosper you. He's the one that's going to bring your dreams to pass. All you have to do is listen and obey what He's telling you to do in this life and just fulfill your purpose. And so that's all I have for you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share if this video was helpful to you. These tips are so inexhaustible, really. Even when you get to the next level of confidence, they can still be put into practice. So, you're growing every day. Take it one day at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself. And you are bound to be more confident as each day progresses. Love you guys, and I hope to see you next time.